guys. That was hot. That was hot. All right. Welcome back, everybody, to Season 5 of Mind Over Music. I'm your host, Shan Modina. He needs no introduction. Mr. Mike himself just dropped that beat. Mike, thanks so much.
What's up, man? How's it going?
Mr. Mike. All right. So Ahmed Zagbouni from Tunisia originally, man. Like, tell me about your journey. We have this incredible performance that you and Amira Sackett are going to be putting on this Saturday at the Eisman Center at 8 p.m. You guys got to come out, show out for the community. This is going to be such an incredible performance where you're going to have pop, lock in, drop in, and beats, right? That are going to be going live all at once. It's going to be so much fun. And it starts off with this beautiful story where you and Amira met in Tunisia, where you started off with this love and expression of hip hop. Talk to us about, how you guys met, started collaborating, and what the journey has brought you to now.
Okay. So, yes. So I've been beatboxing for the past 20 years, since I was, since I could remember, since I was a kid. It started more like me making noises, just being a weird kid. You know what I'm saying? Falling in love with something that I didn't even know existed at that time.
Yeah.
And then and then like when I discovered beatboxing and it being like one of the elements of hip hop, of course I fell in love with hip hop, and I call myself a hip hop artist.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So beatboxing since then, like, shows and trying to definitely incorporate like my culture, my Tunisian culture to what I do and whatnot. It was always just nice to kind of like travel and see different people from different cultures and kind of like share what you do with them.
Yeah.
And so kind of like I was lucky to be in the world champs in 2019, represent that part of the world, and be in this kind of like huge international competition.
Yeah.
And meet all of these like talents and beatboxers from all over the world, and like just connect using one medium. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So it's fantastic in that sense. You know what I'm saying? Because you don't have, I was saying that earlier in our show, you don't have to kind of like speak the language of the other, beatboxer or dancer and whatnot. It's just hip hop is what kind of connects us. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Yeah. That's the whole thing, right? And Amir and I talked about this just for a brief moment, as we started the show. The idea was that hip hop, this little thing that was just created as an art expression coming out of the Bronx in New York, took this global movement by storm. And what it ended up doing was connecting every culture back into it. Wherever you are in the world, there's somewhere for you in hip hop where you can feel safe, you can express yourself, even with like specifically with like beatboxing, right? You can beatbox, you can be anywhere. You don't even have to speak the same language, but you could be doing something really tight and like, it's like, wow, that person. And you're learning from each other. There's a mixing of culture. There's a mixing of love and attitude and approach. And just, even the aggression part, like going hard at it is a way of earning and showing respect to one another too. And so, you're doing it in this beautiful form where you're just dancing with each other through these beats, right? I mean, what has been your like more ethereal experience, in the world of beatboxing, man?
To be honest with you, listen, I like to make music in general. Again, when I was a kid, I was making all these different noises and looking at, artists like Michael Jackson and Razelle and Dougie Fresh and whatnot. And, and I was like, I could be somebody, I can be someone like that in the future, and growing up to actually like meet some of them, that's to me that is the moment, and again, like the one thing we always agree on as beatboxers, beatboxing is music, because it's just a lot of people, they just think beatboxing is just kind of like gimmicky kind of thing that you just do it for like a few seconds and then okay, everybody's wild and that's it, what I'm saying? It's not.
Right.
It's actually, it takes a lot of effort, it takes a lot of learning, and it's a
And creativity, man. You're using every part of your body. You know what I
right.
mean? Like you could be stomping, you could be like clapping, like you do a little bloop. You know what I mean? I don't know. Like I mean, there's so much because there's so much like versatility of what your
Right.
body could do to create noise and music and like harmonize, right?
Right. So yeah, it's kind of like it's almost like you're an athlete, but in a different way. You know what I mean?
Yeah. You're a
Um,
musician.
yeah.
You're a musician.
And so you're using, your mouth, your lips, your throat, your vocal cords, your stomach, your chest, everything that you can produce, sound with, and in a musical, way.
Yeah.
And so yeah, I also incorporate like kind of like machines, like a loop station,
Yep.
so I can create longer tracks and more like music
Right.
type, like, you know what I'm saying? So we also have that in our show, Beatbox Meets Poppin',
Yeah.
and folks who are coming to the show, they're going to see that. And so yeah, it's kind of like trying to have different aspects and different views on beatboxing and hip hop as well.
Yeah, man, that's beautiful. You know, I've always wondered this because I enjoy listening to beatbox. I do a little beatbox here and there, you know.
Okay.
Oh.
Hey.
No, but I think about it. I'm like, when you're like when you are beatboxing, at a certain point, do you ever feel like you need to understand scales? You need to understand like, you need to kind of get pitch perfect so that you can partner with whoever the artist might be that might be singing over your beat, or that might, in Amir's case, perform with your beat, right?
Absolutely. As a beatboxing artist, like there are so many elements that you have to learn, you know what I mean, to call yourself like a professional beatboxer in the first place. And that's what we see like when you look at like legends, you know what I mean? Like, Dougie Fresh and all the Brazil and all of these people, like they just don't, it's not just they're making beats with their voice, but it's just they know music, they know how to sing, they know how to
Yeah.
rap, they know,
Yeah.
what I'm saying, they know how to compose music, you know what I'm saying, they don't understand notes, they understand all of these aspects of music as well.
Yeah.
So and that's the
Production. It's all music production.
absolutely.
Right?
And so when you see our show, when you watch us, you're going to also experience music, you're going to experience a lot of you're going to experience also culture, you know what I'm saying, because I put a lot of Tunisian, kind of like flavor in what I create live, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And it's kind of like fun,
Yeah.
it is kind of fun to do, and definitely I enjoy it on stage and off stage.
I love it, man. You guys do a lot of workshops, and
Mhm.
you bring the community in, but you're also trying to teach them something. So it's not
Mhm.
just a place of, hey, come in and express yourself. It's come in and also learn this, because this is not something that's just so willy-nilly that you could just like, do whatever. And then, there's a discipline to it. There is an artistry to it, and there's a community around it. And I think, we have to get out of, I think, right, as a community, when we are taking hip hop seriously, when we're taking these dance forms seriously, it's not just like, showing up at the club and like doing something like that, but like it is really understanding counts, beats, like, getting a little bit more disciplined. So you guys have these incredible workshops that are designed around actually learning, engaging, and like getting into the practice. Talk to us about that and why you guys took that approach.
Absolutely. So when we started collaborating back in 2020, I think, like what we saw is, in this whole collaboration, is that it's very important to know and to learn about collaborating in the first place,
Right.
to be able to collaborate.
Yes.
It's not a matter of just, well, it's not just us, me beatboxing, her dancing, and that's about it.
Right.
It's us understanding how to create a masterpiece where people are like, wow,
Yeah.
this is worth watching,
Well, it's moving.
Right,
Yeah.
right,
But there is a discipline there is an art to that. There is something that has to happen
right.
after firsts, next, later, right? You're
Yeah.
creating a story, and
Hmm.
there's almost this composition that's kind of coming behind it, right?
Absolutely, absolutely, and that's what we teach in our workshops and master classes, is that art. Aside from like me teaching beatboxing separate and her teaching choreography and dance separately, we teach that aspect of collaborating and understanding what the dancer is doing and what the musician is doing. You know what I mean?
Right.
And so it's really interesting, and a lot of people love it. You know, we took it to so many places, and people love it. They appreciate it, and it's always interesting to have that, you know, like new way of like seeing performing. You know,
Yeah.
how do I collaborate with my fellow artists? You know, how do I do it? You know?
Yeah. It's like, how do I create this experience?
Yes,
And there is something that's of depth in it.
exactly.
So this weekend, Saturday, you know, you guys are, it's not that you guys just came into town and, you know, willy-nilly hung out and whatever. You know, earlier today you guys were at Kaleidoscope Park, right?
Oh yeah.
Talk about that, and like the kids that were, and I should have talked to Amira about this too. Like, I mean, she was so excited, her eyes like kind of lit up when Phil was telling us about you know, going and visiting the Kaleidoscope Park and the type of audience that you guys wanted to draw, and you guys got to see all these kids today. So
I mean, let me tell you one thing. It was beautiful.
Yeah.
You know, I literally said this on stage. I was like, it feels like I'm in my house.
Yeah.
You know, I'm performing with my family, you know what I'm saying? Or performing to my family. It's just, it felt like really warm. People were like actually like happy, you know, like we had a lot of kids in there. Some people like drove from far away to come see us too, you know what I'm saying? And so it was like really, you know, we felt like appreciated, you know what I'm saying? Like we're coming to this new community. It's a new community to us, you know?
Yeah.
And we're new to them too, you know? So to see that reaction and to see the, you know, the beautiful faces and the happy faces, it means a lot. Definitely means a lot, especially to artists, you know?
Yeah.
And I mean, always the work that Phil and Iceman put together is very appreciated, you know, like to get to that level of, you know, put in community with the artists and just be like, hey, this is the full bundle.
Yeah. And if the audience can't tell, Phil is sitting right here, and we both looked at him at the same time. Shout out to Phil sitting in the studio. I love it. You know, tomorrow you guys are going to be at the HQ Dance Studio.
Mm-hmm.
You guys are doing this incredible collaboration with TMWF, the Texas Muslim Women's Foundation, which is a pillar not only in our community but here with Radio Azad, and the work that we're doing to support women to understand the dynamics of what domestic violence looks like, what, like, you know, it's not just physical abuse, there's also verbal and so many other you know, culturally sensitive aspects to as well, historical aspects, like, you know, coming into this country and how to acclimate and how the marriage kind of, or relationships translate within those dynamics, how children are impacted. TNWF Mona is doing some incredible work there. Thursday, you guys got some charter schools that you guys are going to be visiting, which is going to be a lot of fun because that's going to be like, you know, being back in the playground. And then Friday, talk about Friday, what you guys are going to be doing on Friday. And then we'll talk about Saturday at the Eisman.
Yeah. So the thing is, like, let me go back to the point of, like, you know, all of these different shows and performances that we're doing. And that's very interesting because how can you make this work and fit all of these different environments?
Right.
You know, that's the question there. That's the question is, how do you do that if you have one show? You know, that's what we do is every time we have a different audience, we technically make it work for that audience.
Brilliant.
You know, when we have, you know, an adult majority audience, we actually make it, you know, more like dramatic, more serious. We would have like a stronger message, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And definitely, like, the younger audience is more about like fun, entertainment, comedy, you know what I'm saying? So you have to have that aspect too, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And so it's fun. It's fun, like, navigating this entire you know, like
dynamic.
Right.
Yeah.
So it's really fun and it's interesting, you know.
Yeah.
It's interesting as an artist too, you know. So on Friday it's going to be like, you know, we're going to be at a coffee shop. It's what is the name, Phil? Muslims of the World.
Yep. The Mirage.
The Mirage.
So yeah,
yes.
The Mirage. And that is is that a hookah lounge? Is it a hookah lounge?
No.
What is it? Oh, okay. So
yeah, I think it's a cafe.
It's just a cafe. Okay. Yeah. So
we're excited. We're excited about that. We're, you know, obviously sometimes, like, we would perform in places where we don't know about the audience.
Yeah.
Do you get what I'm saying?
Yeah,
Like,
of course.
and we just like go in there and we observe and we make changes on the spot.
Well, which is awesome, man.
Yeah.
It's like there has to be some improv, right? To
Right,
say,
right,
like,
right.
Yeah.
And it's just interesting because, like, what are we gonna do, Amira? I mean, what are we gonna do? So hold on a second. Let's see the audience first. You know what I mean?
Right.
And then we kind of like pick our sets and
Exactly.
and pick
you're like,
our
let's do set 1, 3, and 8.
exactly
Yeah,
and what we're gonna talk about. That's always important because we talk. It's we don't just perform. We also talk and we ask the community as well. We have like Q&As and we hear what they got to say too. And that's very important.
Yeah, that's beautiful, man. That's beautiful. And then the main event is going to be this Saturday.
Oh boy.
Oh man, that's going to be so much fun. And I hope, we're going to make sure you guys get a full house. So we're going to pack it up for you guys. This Saturday is going to be at the Eisman Center. You guys can get tickets at theeismancenter.com. And it's going to start at 8 p.m. this Saturday, April 19th. So make sure you guys show up, show out, and this is going to be so much fun. If you want to, you can kind of end the show with a little beat if you want. Yeah. And I wonder, Amira, if you want to come in, like if you want to do a little performance, I can adjust the camera here, and that's perfect. You can come right here. You can actually take my seat, and then when you're ready to drop that beat, we're just gonna move and then zoom out.
This is special here.
This is gonna be so much fun.
Let's go.
First time on Radio Azad.
Let's do it.
All right, let me zoom out. Go ahead.
Yeah, push the chair away.
Yeah.
Get it out of the shot. Let's go. We got Amira in the shot. All right. Radio Azad.
What? Oh my God, man. Oh, that was beautiful. Oh man. Oh, all right. That was encore. Do you want more? That was beautiful, man, Mike.
Let's go.
Great, man. Wow. Okay, cool. So without further ado, I can't wait to have you guys you guys are going to rock it out on Saturday. I'm so excited. So we're going to have this great performance coming out. It's called Beatbox Meets Poppin', and that is with Amira Sackett and Ahmed Zagbouni, actually Mr. Mike himself.
Mr. Mike.
Mr. Mike. Both representing, the beautiful part of the world, man. Tunisia, man. It's where it's at. And it's so crazy how hip hop just like pervades everywhere, man. That's crazy. So you've been doing this for 20 years and man, I cannot wait to see you guys rock the stage this Saturday.
Can't wait.
All right, man. So give it up everybody for Mr. Mike himself and Amira Sackett. We'll see you guys on
Beatbox meets poppin'.
I love it. All right, we are going to see you guys on Saturday. Please join out and show out for these incredible artists that are just spreading love. And one of the most important things about this is to look at community, to look at Islamophobia, to see where we are, in terms of bringing our neighbors together. At the end of every show on Mind Over Music, we say, "Be thy brother's keeper, love thy neighbor." The decisions we make not only impact ourselves, but impact our families, our communities, and the world at large. And that's what we end every show with. And it's so beautiful that you guys are actually embodying this in your own way. So Mad props, man.
Totally appreciate it, and thank you for this invitation.
Yes.
Love the studio.
Yeah.
Yeah, keep it rocking, man.
And hey, Phil, keep doing your thing, man. You're killing it for us, man. All right.
Lot of love.
All right. We'll see you guys all on